Hello and greetings, and welcome to episode 7 of America Rome Before the Downfall, the truth behind Roswell. In this episode, I will reveal to you what the American government does not want you to know, which is the truth behind the Roswell incident. But before I talk about those events in 1947, I'd like to say a few things. First of all, a lot of people are going to say this guy is just, he's got this crazy crackpot theory about what happened. It can't possibly be true. Everything I'm about to tell you is 100% true. Research it for yourself. There are some records the government has left open that they want you to see. And ask for the information yourself. File Freedom of Information Act request for yourself about Roswell, about any of this stuff I talk about, and see what happens. See if the government gives you a full, clear document that you could read everything, or a document with a bunch of blacked out lines on it. Okay, so before I can tell the story of what happened at Roswell, I need to tell another story, and this story takes place near the end of World War II. So near the end of World War II, SS General Hans Kammler, head of Nazi special projects. So he was like the head of all their most top secret projects. He was the head of. He boarded an experimental Heinkel aircraft along with this personal adjutant that was four-engined and flew it to America. In return for information and all the files on all the top secret Nazi projects, the U.S. government gave him a new identity. And they did this to many Nazis under an operation called Operation Paperclip. They took war criminals and other Nazi scientists and justified the Cold War, gave them new identities, new degrees, new everything, new lives. And these were war criminals. These were Nazis. These were SS men. These were people who had killed or had used slave labor for their projects. They got a free pass from Uncle Sam because of the Cold War, and we needed their skills to fight the Russians, quote unquote. Okay, so one of those projects Hans Kammler brought back with him is called Die Glock, which translates to the bell. Now, the bell is a craft that is, I want to say, almost almond pod shaped. It's like there's a big kind of almond or like square center and a ring around it. Okay, and this is the Glock is powered. It flies using Tesla's research. The Germans were well aware of Tesla's research. In fact, when Tesla died, the FBI immediately went to his office and stole all of his papers. Excuse me. And they also blew up the Wardenclyffe Tower, which was the whole key to Tesla's wireless power plant. And they did this because Tesla figured out how to neutralize and control radio waves. As a matter of fact, here's another secret the government doesn't want you to know. The Tunguska event was because of Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower. See, Tesla realized that if you throw radio beams into the atmosphere at a certain angle, they're going to bounce down at a certain angle. And if they're concentrated enough, and if they're the right type of radio wave, they can do a great deal of damage. Anyway, back to our story. So the government starts working with Die Glock, trying to understand it. And they put a few human pilots in it, and they launched test flight. Okay? And that's what crashed at Roswell. You see, they didn't understand the technology. All that I know from the reports is that it's been theorized the ship traveled through time and space or some other dimension or something. The bodies found were warped human pilots. We don't know entirely where the craft went. We just know left, disappeared, we lost track of it, and then we found it again. And that's what crashed at Roswell. And then they said the story, they put out the story about the UFOs as a cover story, thinking this is going to be a great cover story. We'll just say it's aliens and, we'll be done with it. Stupidly not realizing that if you say it's aliens, everyone's going to be talking about it. So that's why they retracted the story the next day. And of course, this craft was radioactive and emitted all sorts of deadly types of radiation and gamma rays and stuff. So that's where the ceramic brick stories come in, and that's where the bodies come in. Some scientists have theorized in the papers that I've seen that the craft traveled into the future or to an alternate dimension. All we know is it killed the pilots and warped them into those gray-looking things. And so that's about it. That's the truth behind Roswell. Your government used research from a regime that killed millions of people, okay, to try to get ahead in the Cold War. I just wanted to end by saying that I will be doing at least one new video a week. I will be revealing bigger and even more government secrets. Keep up the good fight, keep up the questioning, and remember, you as a person can do something. You as a person have power, have the power of choice, have the freedom of choice, have the freedom to act. And you have all this information around you. So I challenge you, what are you going to do about it? This is Stephen Newman. I thank you for watching. And until next episode, good luck and Godspeed.